A fatal shooting just blocks away from Milwaukee Elementary School. A live report from the scene is ahead.
Funding a new Bucks arena. Governor Walker may have a plan. Details at a possible jock tax.
And we're taking a live look through our exclusive iCam with Joe Olmo. Smooth sailing so far. However, we are tracking one accident on your morning commute. I'll have all the details coming up.
Live from the CBS 58 studios in Milwaukee, this is the CBS 58 Morning News with First Alert weather and traffic together on the ones.
Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, January 26th. I'm Jessica Ty.
And I'm Nate Custer. Milwaukee police on the scene of a fatal shooting this morning. Marciana Hester is live there with an update on the investigation.
And Matt Doyle is live at Mitchell International Airport, where we are already seeing cancellations because of the wicked storm that's about to hit the Northeast.
And we've got your weather and traffic together on the ones here. Andy Bravelli is going to take a look at that traffic this morning, as well as taking a look now at weather. Of course, we're talking about that big major storm that's impacting travelers this morning. Rebecca Schold in now to tell us how things are impacting us right now.
You know, things are actually very quiet early this morning, but things will be changing during the course of the day with some light snow overspreading the area by the noon hour and into the early afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're doing okay. In fact, some of us have inched up a few degrees since the top of the broadcast, and that's not too out of the question because temperatures back across western Wisconsin already in the 20s. There, they're dealing with some snow. You can see the tail end also coming pink and green, so a light wintry mix possible there. And even here, as we get into the afternoon and temperatures get up closer to 30 degrees, could have just a touch of drizzle mixing in with the snow showers, but a very weak storm with maybe an inch of accumulation. So again, nothing like they're dealing with out across the Northeast. Of course, we're going to be talking more about that momentarily, but for now, let's get a quick check on that traffic with Andy Bravelli.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Your roads are in great shape this morning. No sign of any significant slowing out along this stretch. This is a quick look through our DOT cameras at I-94 at Wisconsin 165. You can see traffic's running smoothly in both directions. Again, no sign of any issues along that stretch. Taking a quick look at the traffic map, you are starting to see slowing around the Hale to the Zoo interchange. That's pretty normal, specifically right around Beloit Road. That's because we are tracking one accident. All of the details on that coming up in just a little bit, but for right now, Jessica and Nate, we'll toss it over to you.
Thank you very much, Andy. Time right now is 6:32, and we continue to follow breaking news at this hour. A fatal shooting on Milwaukee's north side.
CBS 58's Marciana Hester is live at the scene near 24th and Hadley. Marciana, what have you learned about the victim?
Well, Jessica and Nate, we have learned from Milwaukee police that the victim is a 24-year-old man. He was shot and killed here near 24th and Hadley. Milwaukee police saying he was shot in the chest. Now, officers and investigators are still on the scene here at 24th and Hadley, blocking off a big section of 24th Street as they continue to gather information for this homicide. We have also learned from Milwaukee police that a suspect is in custody. Now, we were not given too many more details about that suspect, if that person was arrested here on the scene, but someone is in custody for this homicide of this 24-year-old man who was shot and killed here. We've seen Milwaukee police officers taking pictures throughout the course of the neighborhood here, and as folks continue and get ready to wake up and start their day here, to an unnerving scene here right outside of their front door. We have also seen a number of school buses coming through this area as well. 24th and Hadley near an elementary school. It is the hope that Milwaukee police will be able to finish up their investigation here so they can open up 24th Street for any buses that need to get through to take students to class, or for those kids who need to walk to school. But as soon as we gather new details on this homicide investigation, we will be sure to pass it along to you throughout the day right here on CBS 58. For now, reporting live on Milwaukee's north side, Marciana Hester, CBS 58 News.
And Milwaukee police also investigating a shooting overnight outside a bar, and we've learned that one person was shot and injured. The investigation appears to be focused in the parking lot of D's Elegance located near 74th and Villard. Our photographer on the scene captured these images around 1:30 this morning. Now that investigation is ongoing, and we'll have an update coming up on the CBS 58 News at noon. And it's been a deadly start to the new year in Milwaukee as the number of homicides have taken a sharp increase. Last January, there was just one homicide. This January, there have been 13, and 3 have been double homicides. 1 was drug-related, and 2 were the result of domestic violence. Milwaukee police have made arrests in 11 of those cases.
The search continues this morning for the person behind Saturday's airplane bomb threats. 2 flights, one of them that flew right out of Milwaukee, were escorted by F-16 fighter jets to Atlanta's airport after bomb threats made on Twitter. The planes were evacuated and searched in Atlanta. No explosives were found.
It is 6:35 now. A potentially historic snowstorm expected to hit the northeastern part of the country tonight.
Millions of Americans are in the path of the storm, and it could dump more than 2 feet of snow on New York, Boston, and Philadelphia.
Prepare for something worse than we have seen before. Prepare to be safe. Take every precaution. Now is the time to get ready for this extreme weather.
Meteorologist Rebecca Schuld is tracking that storm as well. And Rebecca, when does it look like all that snow is going to start falling?
You know, the real heavy snow is not going to really start to pile up until late tonight, but even before that, we've got some snow in progress. You can see it right there on the satellite radar, so plenty of moisture. We're talking about some pretty lofty snow rates and some very strong winds. How about possibly up over 60, even 70 miles per hour? So again, the weather concerns here, not a big deal with the winter weather advisory back across northwestern Wisconsin, but again, swinging out towards the northeast. All of that red, including New York and Boston. Those are blizzard warnings and winter storm warnings in the pink. And again, let me just show you some of the snow here as we continue into the evening. It's really still going to be quite dangerous tonight and into early Tuesday. So again, some of the lighter shades, 4 to 8 inches, but closer to New York, maybe up towards 20 plus inches, and in that pink, 2 to 3 feet. So an unprecedented storm. Of course, all eyes on that here over the next couple of days.
All right, thank you very much, Rebecca. And the dangerous part of this storm is not expected until later today, but we're already feeling the impact right here locally.
CBS 58's Matt Doyle is live at Mitchell International Airport, where some flights are already canceled. Matt.
Well, there's already cancellations or flights that are leaving Milwaukee, heading to New York's LaGuardia, to Newark International Airport. You can see here on the boards, there are some cancellations that have already been announced out there. However, there are 2 flights that have already left here from Milwaukee. They left a little after 6 o'clock this morning, making their way to New York's LaGuardia. But you can see that there's cancellations on Delta flights from Milwaukee to New York LaGuardia, United flights from Milwaukee to Newark. Everything seems to be fine right now, going out to Philadelphia, going to Boston, but also even flights coming in from New York or from Newark have been canceled or delayed this morning. So if you're waiting for somebody coming in from there or know somebody coming in, they're likely to either be canceled or delayed coming into Milwaukee. So some of the effects of that potential storm already being seen here at the airport. We spoke to some passengers, some people coming up to you asking, what are you here for? And they're heading out west to nicer, warmer weather, whereas the people heading east have already been dealing with preparing or getting ready from the weekend. We talked to a passenger who stopped in here, had to get on an earlier flight because they were told by their airline carrier that they were going to have it canceled this morning. We talked to another person who dropped off a passenger as well.
Well, I plan to sleep in later. Didn't plan to come back to the airport until 2 o'clock this afternoon and get on the flight. But now with the weather, we had to get up early and get down here, get on the next flight out here.
And again, the best way to do that is to check in with your airline again to make sure that your flight is coming in on time or leaving on time. The best is to check with the airline. Reporting live at Mitchell International, Matt Doyle, CBS 58 News.
Thank you, Matt. 6:38 your time right now. Has Governor Walker decided on the so-called jock tax to help pay for a new Bucks arena? The Milwaukee Business Journal quotes sources close to the governor and reports that the jock tax will be included in Walker's upcoming budget. Now, the term jock tax is a reference to taking all the money that NBA players pay when they play in Milwaukee and using that money specifically to help fund the proposed new arena. Now, we did reach out to the governor's office. However, there was no confirmation or denial. The budget process is ongoing, and in the coming weeks, Governor Walker will make announcements as the budget is finalized. Governor Walker's budget will be released on February 3rd.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel is now reporting that a local parks group is asking the state Supreme Court to block the sale of the downtown transit center. The county board recently voted to sell the property at a steep discount to make room for the Couture project, a new 44-story apartment tower. There you can see the plans for it. But the group Preserve Our Park says the county can't do that because the property is on what used to be part of Lake Michigan. We should find out today whether opponents of the downtown streetcar got enough signatures to force a vote on the proposed project. According to the city clerk, the deadline of that petition is up this morning, though organizers have disagreed on the date. They need to collect 31,000 signatures in order to force a public vote. The Common Council is supposed to take up the proposal in about 2 weeks. Still ahead this morning, an explosion at the We Energies power plant. Oak Creek draws fire departments from all over southeastern Wisconsin.
And this is not the first time something like this has happened at that very same plant.
Plus, Chipotle is rewarding customers for eating outside of their comfort zone. How you can score a free lunch. That's still ahead in today's Moneywatch report.
Welcome back, everyone, as we get you up to speed. Starting to see the first hint of light here with our new camera set on top of the Milwaukee Public Museum. Some beautiful shots there. Temperature-wise, we're starting off mostly in the teens. Not a bad start to the day because we don't have much wind at all. So chill factors, not an issue today, which is great news on this Monday. Light snow, that's going to be with us, especially during the course of the afternoon, and about an inch, give or take a little on either side there. Now, sometimes behind systems, we cool off. Not this time, midweek warm-up. Already by Tuesday, we'll be back into the mid-range 30s. We've got a couple of other very minor snow chances coming Thursday and again Saturday of this upcoming weekend. But again, here's just a quick check on the current wind speeds, and really everybody reporting calm conditions with the exception of Kenosha there. A west wind at 5 eventually. We'll see just a bit of a south wind here throughout our Monday, and again with that we'll have a little bit of snow on our hands. So there it is, mostly back across western sections of the state. Milwaukee's right about here under that label. Most of this will be coming in towards the late morning and then accumulating during the afternoon, but again just about an inch there. Just to show you by contrast how much larger this storm is, and also wetter. You can see all that green there. So it's not just snow. Some spots also getting rain and a wintry mix, but the snow ratios are very impressive, so they'll be seeing several inches per hour at least. And again, some locations like New York and Boston will be measuring their snowfall in feet by the time we get towards Wednesday morning before that winds down. So again, huge storm system there. So now I'll show you our snow map, and it doesn't look too impressive when you compare it to that nor'easter. So about a half an inch up towards an inch here, maybe an inch, inch and a half back to the west. Right now, though, temperatures starting to inch up a little bit. We had some single digits earlier. Now we're starting to see those numbers get back into the double digits. Cloudy skies today. On and off snow showers. A light south wind will be in the order of 5 to 10 miles per hour with that daytime high right up around 28 degrees. Tonight we only fall back just 4 degrees or so to 25, mostly cloudy. Bulk of the snow will be gone. Still some scattered flurries around, not a big deal there. We're right up to that freezing mark for your day tomorrow. Lingering clouds, but a milder day, and winds continue to run light, but this time around from the northeast. We get into the mid-30s on Wednesday. Overnight lows only bottom out around 30 in advance of our next weather maker, which will bring some scattered light snow Thursday. Friday's dry but cooler in the 20s. Another chance for some light snow on your Saturday, and you can see the trend there. Temperatures tumbling back into the 20s as we get into the month of February. Hard to believe that. We're almost through the heart of our winter season, and with no snow out there now, hopefully roads are looking okay. Andy Bravelli is standing by with more on that.
Hey, good morning, everyone. We did have an accident, too, about 10 minutes ago. Fortunately, that has cleared, and I'll get to that in just 1 second. But taking a quick look at those roadways, as Rebecca mentioned, not too much going on this morning. I-94 at Ryan Road, those roads are nice and dry for you. Watch it on those secondary roads as well as bridges and overpasses. It may still be a little bit slippery out there. Transitioning over to the traffic map, we are in the heart of the morning commute, and you know what that means. Slowdowns in all the usual spots. That's going to be right in between the Hale to the Zoo interchange. Some stop-and-go traffic right around Greenfield Avenue as you make your way northward towards the Zoo interchange. Then also westbound 94 through that zipper merge. Again, pretty normal for around that stretch. We do have our iCam out on the roads for you this morning. Joe almost been keeping a close eye on those. And Joe, we were tracking that accident at Beloit Road. What do you have?
Good morning. Yeah, it was to the on-ramp of 894 south at Beloit Road there. A one-car crash. It looked like it hit the fence line there. The sheriff's squad cars were on scene, but they did tow it away about 5 to 10 minutes ago, like you said. So that has cleared and reopened that portion of the ramp. Right now I'm on 894 North, right around National Avenue, and you can see that this is pretty slow right around now, as it usually is all the time. So, Andy, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. Drive times continue to hold steady, just a little bit of slowing, as I mentioned, right in between the Hale and the Zoo. We'll have a traffic update coming up just a few minutes, but for right now, Jessica and Nate, we'll toss it over to you.
Thanks so much for the traffic update, guys. 6:46 right now. Still ahead, looking to buy a home? Boy, this could be the best time to apply for a loan.
Plus, a local organization putting out the call for peanut butter. How one jar could make a difference in your community.
Coming up, the East Coast braces for what could be an historic blizzard. We're tracking the storm and the impact on travel. Plus, we're with President Obama in India as he seeks cooperation on climate change and nuclear power. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
And your time now, 6:49 this morning. Investigators are trying to pinpoint what caused a small explosion at the We Energy's power plant in Oak Creek. 7 departments responded to the explosion yesterday. That's standard practice because of the hazards associated with the plant. And Oak Creek firefighters say they had to deal with spot fires about 5 stories high in the coal silo. While it's unclear what exactly sparked that explosion, the battalion chief explained that dust from coal can easily ignite.
So anytime we're dealing with coal's a fuel, there's a hazard associated with it, with the firefight.
And the silos do have fire suppression units in them, and CBS 58 was told that they worked. According to We Energies, no one was injured and services were not interrupted. Back in 2009, there was a similar issue at that same power plant.
10 minutes before 7 o'clock, in today's Moneywatch report, mortgage rates keep falling, and that has people rushing to close a deal. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, applications for home loans soared 49% during the first week of this year. That's the largest jump since 2008. Interest rates have dropped about a point, reaching the lowest level since May of 2013. You may want to fill up your tank. Crude oil prices are beginning to tick up again, and we will see an increase at the pump. The current average for a gallon of unleaded gas in Milwaukee is $1.94 this morning. The national is $2.02. While this is nearly 37% lower than last year, it's about 5 cents higher than last week.
That's a bummer. I actually saw last night when I was at the pump. It has gone up here.
And I need to fill up.
Yeah, there you go. And lunch is on Chipotle, apparently. The restaurant is offering customers a free meal, but there's, of course, a catch. Today, customers who purchase a Chipotle Sofritas will get a coupon for a free burrito, taco meal, burrito bowl, or a salad on their next visit. And Sofritas is Chipotle's new vegan tofu option. Would you try it?
I like my meat.
I'd try it. I'd give it a shot. And it's not been selling too well just yet, though. So the freebies also include guacamole.
Okay.
Gonna tempt you.
Check out your cabinets this morning. The Hunger Task Force is in need of peanut butter. It's kicking off its Wanted campaign today. The Greenfield Fire Department will collect peanut butter donations at Hunger Task Force headquarters starting at 10:30 this morning. Until March 9th, 100 area Walgreens will have bins set up for peanut butter drop-offs. The Hunger Task Force also encourages people to host their own peanut butter drives to help boost those donations.
And your time, 6:51, weather, traffic together. Andy's got an update here in just a moment for your commute. But right now, let's get to your weather forecast and those temperatures this morning, Rebecca.
Look at them, back into the double digits. Burlington dropped to the single digits earlier this morning, so it's kind of a seasonable start to the day. We don't have any wind out there at all, so really nice to not have any wind chill factors. And we're going to be monitoring some light snow that will be in the order of about an inch. The midweek warm up includes temperatures going back into the 30s. Few other very weak snow chances Thursday and again into Saturday. Precision Doppler, we do have this little bit of snow that you can see here, and even that wintry mix down to the south. Possibly a few rogue flurries here coming into the viewing area, but the bulk of that probably not getting here until we get towards the noon hour and into the afternoon. But of course, the big story, the huge storm across the mid-Atlantic and heading towards the northeast. Lots of precipitation there. And I want to show you again one more model that shows how much snow places like New York will be getting. So let's time it out. Here's 8 o'clock. They may already have about 5 inches on the ground, but a lot of this is going to be quickly piling up through the night. In fact, this is just the midnight hour and they're up already over a foot. Again, take this with a bit of leniency, a few inches on either side there. But again, the takeaway message, we're talking about impressive snowfall totals. 8 o'clock in the morning could be already up towards 2 feet. And some spots there even just northeast of that towards Boston could be up closer to 3 feet of snow, if you can believe that. So major headache out to the northeast. So today's weather maker, by contrast, very weak. 28 degrees on and off, light snow, and again about an inch of accumulation. 25 tonight, so another relatively mild night. Maybe a few lingering flurries, lingering clouds certainly on the day tomorrow, but just slightly warmer at 32 degrees. Winds will turn northeast, but remain on the light side. Mid-30s through the week, so we're cruising through our Wednesday on a mild note. Scattered snow showers Thursday, Saturday, and the following Monday. All 3 of those look very weak. So not a huge storm in sight here, but we are looking for some cooler temperatures. In fact, teens for next week Tuesday, so February starts off a little bit colder. Traffic's starting to pick up now. Andy Bravelli is standing by in the traffic center to give us all the details you need to know before you head out for work.
All right, good morning, everyone. Still not looking too bad out there. No accidents or any disabled vehicles. We did have one earlier, but everything is clear right now. We are starting to see slowing, of course, as we are in the heart of the morning commute. A quick look at the Mitchell interchange. You can see traffic's running smoothly in both directions. No sign of any slowdowns here. But however, as we transition over to the traffic map, this is where you'll start seeing slowdowns. This is the Stadium interchange, and as we continue westward through that zipper merge, that's where the slowing is going to start taking place. Pretty normal for around this time. So zoom out, you're also going to start seeing slowing between the Hale and the Zoo as you navigate right around Cold Spring Road. There's some stop-and-go traffic, and then it starts improving as you make your journey continue it northward, all the way through the Zoo interchange. Northbound 45 not looking too bad either. We do have our iCam out on the roads for you this morning. We're going to toss it out over to Joe Olmo. It's been a fairly quiet commute, my friend, but how are those roads and where are you right now?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad, actually, Andy. I'm on 94 East. I haven't really had to deal with any slowdowns here heading into the downtown area this morning either. Right around 35th Street, you do see a bunch of cars here, but nothing that's going to really slow you down. Like you said, really the backup is on the westbound near the Stadium interchange. So if you are heading out this morning, now is the best time to do it, Andy.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. And a quick look at those drive times. You are going to start seeing slowing from the Hale to the Zoo. That's pretty normal for about 10 minutes. Moreland Road not looking too bad with 11 minutes. The rest of the system looking pretty good so far. I'll toss it over to you, Nate and Jessica.
Thank you, Andy. 6:55 your time right now. Your top local stories are coming up, including why a local high school senior could face 50 years behind bars.
Stay close. News on the Go is next.
6:57 now. Here's a recap of some of your morning's big stories and news on the go.
Milwaukee police are investigating a deadly shooting this morning. It happened near 24th and Hadley on the city's north side. Police tell us a 24-year-old man was shot in the chest and died. A suspect is in custody.
And two state lawmakers from Brown County are the latest to make an attempt at strengthening Wisconsin's OWI penalties. Representatives Eric Genrich and Andre Jock tell the Wausau Daily Herald that their bill would permanently revoke the driving privileges of anyone with 5 or more OWIs. Lawmakers hope to have the bill ready to introduce within a month.
A senior at Martin Luther High School in Greendale is due in court this morning on some disturbing allegations. Tucker Ballesteri is charged with 2 counts of child porn possession that could land him, if convicted, decades in prison. The 18-year-old is also accused of secretly recording more than 100 upskirt videos of fellow classmates, but at this point, upskirting is not illegal. State lawmakers are working to make it a felony.
And several flights to New York City from General Mitchell International Airport are already canceled this morning. A massive storm is forecasted to bring 2 feet or more of snow to New York and other parts of the East Coast. Now, it's recommended that you check with your airline before heading to the airport today.
We also have some snow in our forecast for today, so let's go ahead and check on that with meteorologist Rebecca Schuld.
And the clouds will be thickening up here through the morning hours. The light snow on the way, still mostly dry. Could have just a few flakes across the northwest corner, but again, bulk of it still sitting back to the west. And overall, we're looking for about an inch as this system drops through. It's going to be a real quick weather maker. Just a couple of hours of that steady light snow during the afternoon, about an inch total. Otherwise, temperatures by this afternoon, about 28 degrees. Andy?
It's been fairly quiet on this Monday morning. We did have one accident earlier, but again, that is cleared up. So the system is nice and clear right now. We are starting to see slowing in all the usual spots. Quick look at those DOT cameras at the Mitchell interchange. And then off to the right, our exclusive iCam with Joe Olmo. You can see he's pretty much approaching full freeway speeds. Again, nothing to worry about. All of the latest coming up at around 7:26.
All right. Thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate you keeping an eye on the roads for us this morning. Next on CBS this morning, the Northeast bracing for a massive snowstorm that could be a record breaker. Meteorologist Danielle Niles on what to expect in the hardest hit areas and the latest on travel delays being felt nationwide. We're feeling them right here at Mitchell International.
Yeah, they thought it was a mild winter. Not anymore after today. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Have a great day.